Beldorion the Hutt was the only known Hutt Jedi Knight in the galaxy. He was discovered by the Order 400 years before the Battle of Yavin. He was trained at the Temple on Coruscant, served as a Padawan, and passed the trials of knighthood. But on the planet Nam Chorios, he fell to the dark side and proclaimed himself ruler. Like most Hutts, he was corrupt and cruel despite his Jedi training. He came to know a humanoid named Zim that helped Beldorion remain strong and young through the Force. They survived through the Clone Wars and the Jedi Purge until Luke Skywalker rebuilt the Jedi Order. The new Jedi opposed his rule on Nam Chorios, and he met Leia Organa in a lightsaber duel. Although he was youthful and strong in appearance, Zim had actually fed off his Force powers for years, which weakened him more than enough for Leia to defeat and kill him. The introduction of Beldorion was met with some resistance from fans who felt that the Force-resistant Hutt race should not have abilities in the Force, so I think it's unlikely we'll ever see Beldorion or a Hutt Jedi of any kind in the new canon. However, there is a canon character that could serve as a much more appropriate replacement. Grakkus the Hutt was introduced in the main run of Star Wars comics, and he shares some physical and thematic similarities with Beldorion. First, he is young and strong. Not what you would normally expect out of a Hutt. But more importantly, Grakkus' criminal activity of choice is collecting Jedi artifacts and relics. Lightsabers, holocrons, statues, spaceships, he just loves Jedi stuff. You can even see he wears a little necklace of lightsabers. Now I'm reaching here, but Leia did wield a lightsaber in his presence, and Grakkus was defeated, although by the Empire this time instead of the Jedi, and also he's not killed. Grakkus then spent more than 3 decades in prison on Megalox Beta. He did not age well and looked more like a stereotypical Hutt. Shortly before the events of The Force Awakens, Poe Dameron broke Grakkus out of Megalox in exchange for information on Lor San Tekka. Being interested in the Jedi himself, Lor visited Grakkus for information probably sometime prior to the Battle of Yavin. I don't really think Grakkus was consciously chosen to be a replacement or even a nod to Beldorion, but I do find the coincidences that connect them to be very interesting, namely their strength and their connection to the Jedi. If we compare the two, I think Grakkus fits into the Star Wars universe far better than Beldorion ever did, because I agree, Force sensitivity in a Hutt seems counterintuitive. Interest in illegally collecting Jedi artifacts seems more up a Hutt's alley. Which of the Hutts do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. Is there a Canon vs. Legends video you'd like to see me do? Put that down there as well, and check out my other Canon vs. Legends videos. If you haven't already, please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.